Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's Chase. So today we're going to be covering Bitcoin, Ethereum, Atom, and Solana. Some popular requests as of late. As usual, shout out to PrimeXBT for sponsoring these videos. My links are at the bottom. Sign up, 50% deposit bonus. You guys know the deal. Okay, so first let's talk Bitcoin. I'm just going to give you guys my overall thoughts about the market as well. Of course, you know how we do. So I'm not focused on Bitcoin at the moment. We'll chart it real quick, but ETH is trading cleaner. I'll show you why. So my plan at the moment and for the foreseeable future is going to be trading ETH for profit. And when I say profit, I'm talking USDT. And I will assess when it's time to put that back into the market, whether it's at a lower price or whether it's upon a break of a certain level. But for right now, it's all about capital preservation. I'm looking to, mainly stick with USDT, things of that nature. And, if I'm doing quite well in a potentially ranging environment, then sure, I may throw, 30% of the overall profits and split them between Bitcoin and ETH, something of that nature. Okay, but just to give you guys a general direction of how I'm feeling and how I'm looking to trade right now, looking to take, mostly focus on Ethereum because it's trading cleaner. I'll show you why real quick. Just take a quick look at Bitcoin on the 4-hour, right? It deviates this level, gets rejected. Okay, I would have liked to see this level flip and serve as support. Instead, we're getting a bit more choppy price action. If we move over to ETH, we can just see perfect rejection of the daily level, 27.66 to the pip. Basically, super clean trading. If you follow me on CT, then obviously you know I took profits on ETH last night at 27.30. My target was 27.66, but as always, if price is close enough, I'm taking it. Okay, I'm not gonna lose sleep over a $30 difference on my sells, especially when you have this many green candles in a row. I knew that somewhere around in this type of consolidation I needed to get out. I don't want to be selling here as we're retesting this resistance. We'll talk about local price action soon, but anyway, long story short, that's why I believe ETH is trading cleaner. Just a perfect, it goes right past this level as Bitcoin did, right? But Bitcoin had little follow-up when it passed the level. ETH, on the other hand, passed the level, continued on right into resistance, whereas Bitcoin did not come up to the resistance level I expected it to, around 41.6 local resistance, okay? So that's why I'm going to be looking to focus more on ETH, okay? 1 second. Now, just talking about BTC real quick, two scenarios, right? As people like Trader SZ, talk about a lot, we're potentially going to enter a ranging environment, right? If we do break above this level, we could see air on the way up and air on the way down. You know what I'm saying? Inefficient moves. So we could see as we move down, cut through, knife through butter. Way down, cut through, knife through butter. If we flip this area to support, right, I'll most likely look for a long opportunity trying to get towards 45. Okay. Now, I do still have some of my buys from the crash from around 33. I am, playing with them carefully. I did take some profit on them on yesterday's move, right? When we were doing the 27K ETH too. I wasn't happy with the level, so I didn't really comment much on it. But, to each their own in this scenario. These could turn out to be good long-term buys, but I'm personally in capital preservation and scalp mode, okay? So yeah, we could see this flip, or if we see this weekly support breakdown, things could get pretty ugly. I wouldn't be surprised if we retested, 20-ish. Sure, there's some other levels in between, right? Yeah, the 24K level, looks interesting. I'd definitely be looking for scalp buys around there and, target this old resistance, right? It's simple, we're just playing it level to level, right? So if it hits that level, pretend it breaks through. Pretend it breaks down through here, right? And it hits this level, boom, we're just playing a scalp back into this area right here, okay? Right around 30K, 31K. So, we'll be watching that, and then I'll watch previous all-time highs if this breaks down. Okay, moving forward to ETH. As I said, clean rejection off of here. If we flip this level, I'm not exactly certain what happens. I wouldn't be surprised if it's some type of a stop run of this high, and then so we sweep this high, we come back below, and then we get this retest of this area I'm looking for right around 2250. There's a potential buy in this area, right? As said, anything you're taking in this area, I don't think you should be like, oh yeah, I'm looking for a long-term hold on this. That's not my current personal strategy. I would be probably looking for something like this. Let's say I got long off 2250. Obviously, I want to see how local price action develops, but if it comes down and bounces, right, I'll get in on the on the retest or something on a couple minutes later. Usually test the level twice, right? I mean, if you do just get a quick wick, you could leave half, right? I talk about this all the time. You could leave half of your risk as blind bids, and then you could add the other half on some type of quote-unquote confirmation. I know it's sort of a meme term, but you know what I mean. Yeah, and it would just look probably something like that. It's not the best trade, right? A 1.5 risk reward, but yeah, I mean, it'll work, right? Where if you're playing a tighter range like this, as volatility is going to potentially calm down, you're going to be getting a bit more scalpy. We're going to be letting winners not run, so to say, like during this huge volatility and price discovery, you let the winners run. But in here, we got to lock in those winners. We got to take profits. Okay. And then ultimately, I'm not sure exactly how it would happen, but if we do get some type of a strong squeeze on ETH, I'm looking to sell more. Anywhere from, honestly, this is like the proper technical level, quote unquote, but anywhere from really 3,100 towards 3,500, I'll be looking to sell more. If we flip that level big time, then we're probably back to a fairly bullish environment, and we'll see where to go from there. Obviously, we'll have more videos before then. Okay, let's move forward and we'll talk about Atom. Okay, so Atom, we could see something on my mouse pad. Hold on. That's weird. Okay, so Atom, we could see weekly resistance. Oh, no, sorry, wait, weekly or 3-day? Yeah, weekly. Yeah, it's both, right? Weekly resistance, flips into weekly support, causes this major up move, retest of that, and now we're simply most likely as well going to be range bound, choppy. What I would be looking for is either a retest of this level or some type of bullish, development in here. Let's see. I didn't really analyze this beforehand, but just take a look. So you have this major breakdown. You come down again. You put in a low. You sort of sweep this low. I'm not sure if this gets swept anywhere else because this is the perp futures from Binance. It gets very wicky, so I'm not sure if that's swept otherwise. But yeah, ultimately, if you get some type of, for just an example, some type of formation in here, like a wedge or something, and then you have, something like a bullish divergence forming. You put in the low, and you put in the higher low, something like that. But price continues to go down, and then you get a shift in bullish market structure, right? So you stop the downtrend, right? Yeah, that line wasn't necessary. So you stop the downtrend, right, and you flip it, and then I'd be looking towards targets of 17 as target 1. Target 2 would be around 20.66, and third target would be around 23.51. Okay, so just to give an example, obviously we need to see more how price develops in here, but ultimately I do think buys around between 6.9 and it looks like 8ish should be good for an eventual retest of this area. The only way that doesn't work, in my opinion, is this overall crypto just continues to dump. If we see 20K or sub 20, then obviously we're going to be seeing lower, most likely, probably towards the 4s or 5s. Okay, moving forward now, let's talk about Sol. Okay, nice. I already had this marked up. That helps. So Sol, let's just take it all the way out to the weekly, because when you have these huge moves, you need to just take a look, zoom out, take a look at the weekly, see where you really are, right? So we have some equal lows here. I'd love a sweep of these equal lows. I have this resistance level marked out. Let's see why. Let's go down to the daily. Okay, so yeah. Or yeah, sort of this sort of daily range in here, right? We could see the daily, the close here. and then the close up here too, these daily levels. So in here probably be a decent price range. So that's why if we were to sweep these lows, you get long on this retest, you target 1 here, you target 2 here. Okay. And that is Solana for me at the moment. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is very preliminary, right? We have to see how things develop. But ultimately, if you do take these weekly charts and, you get some spot bids in here, it's hard to think that it's going to go poorly unless just overall crypto markets go very poorly as well. But, like I said, if there's potentially, let's say there's a dip below 30K, right? And we sweep it. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if you get that sweep in here. BTC starts to recover, ETH starts to recover. You see this recover, and then you get long here, and that's when you, simultaneously, right, you start to get that squeeze on these other coins. Pretend it does something like this, something crazy. You start to get that squeeze all the way up to here, and that's when you would get your take profits here and potentially even here. So that's what I mean by, just seeing these, you have to look at the majors in the market and sort of allow them to guide you on some of these alts. My main focus right now is definitely not alts. As I said, my main focus right now will be ETH. I think it's trading cleaner than BTC. And yeah, those are my plans. In terms of overall market thoughts, I don't really feel like I'm in the mood for a big rant. But let's think. Let's think if I have anything important to say. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of newly born bears on the feed. I mean, where were they to help you ahead of time? I guess that's all I really have to say. Hopefully, you guys have trimmed your feeds down to people who are more rational, less up only bullish rhetoric, no matter what. Those guys can do well on the way up, but pretend they made $1 million on the way up. Well, now they're probably sitting on, I don't even know, 200K, maybe even less. So it's great to be able to trade a bullish market and trade it upwards, but if you put in all that time and effort and you don't take any profit from it, absolutely insane. And that's why, as we know, I have that video posted all over my Twitter about how, when price was literally at 4,000, I was saying, take profits, guys, take profits. Yeah, hopefully that's helpful. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.